Hey everyone, this is Chef. Welcome back to Uma. Virgo Cup League selection is opened, which is a terrifying prospect because I don't like any of our three UCM aces right now. So we are going to go ahead and register for that. We are going to go ahead and register for graded, and at some point in the next 72 hours or so, we're going to hope that we've got at least one ace that looks pretty good, because this CM looks like it's going to be hard enough, and if we can't even put together an ace that we like, I think it's going to be even harder for us. So, we'll see what we can accomplish today. I think we're dialed into the decks that we want to use. I think we're dialed into the strategy that we want to use. We're just waiting until a run comes together that has the right combination of stats, skills, and ideally aptitudes to give us the best shot at slaying the Christmas beast once again. We also have new banner today. Technically two of them, but one is a rerun, so we'll cover it quickly. But we do have new trainee in Yukino. And usually, I would just throw tickets at this. But we're actually thinking about pulling on trainees in the relatively near future. So I'm going to hold on to the trainee scout tickets that we have right now because I'm actually anticipating maybe having those contribute towards pity on the Seeking the Pearl banner and the Aston Machan banner, as recommended by the recent community poll. So we'll look at Yukino Baijin, and I was actually thinking about pulling on Yukino too, so I have a decent idea of what she does. But this is a mile medium runner who can switch. She can do turf and dirt. She's more or less the same as like L and Taiki in that respect. She is pace A but front C, so capable of doing frontrunner stuff, even if nothing in her potential list is really that suited for being a frontrunner. You're getting determined descent, which is a great situational skill on some tracks. It's acceleration on a downhill. And then you're also getting no stopping me, which is a superb generic acceleration skill, which is good pretty much all the time as long as you're not a frontrunner. Your stat growths are a little weird. 10% speed is nice, but 20% guts is usually not really something that you're looking to utilize, especially when it is on a shorter distance runner, because a lot of the way that you build that 20% guts is by training stamina to run in longer races, and then you're pulling a stat up on its own. You're never really looking to like train guts intentionally, at least not in the current scenarios. Maybe that changes in the future. And then as far as unique is concerned, with 300 meters or less remaining, increase your velocity when leading or position close to the front, close to the lead runner. So her unique is more suited to being a front runner than a lot of her potential kit. And if you're a fast pace chaser, then with 300 meters or less, you'll probably be in the lead or pretty close to the lead anyway. 300 meters is a little long, but I'm pretty sure on most tracks, unless you're on like a 1,000 meter sprint or like a 1,200 meter sprint, 300 meters to go should be in the velocity zone. So you don't have to worry about wasting any of your velocity based on distance. This will trigger fairly regularly when you've already finished your acceleration phase and you're at top speed. And it looks like a pretty nice generic velocity skill for late race / last spurt. Not really sure it's good enough to be something we'd be looking to inherit. Usually we're looking to inherit acceleration skills, or we're looking for extremely powerful velocity skills, like, Eternal Encompassing Shine, or Emperor's Lightning, or whatever Rudolph's unique is called. But this is decent, as far as I can see. And then for support card banners, this is a rerun. And I would imagine that most of us are probably tapped out on carrots anyway, but it is worth noting that Smart Falcon and Silent Suzuka both have Scenario Link for Grand Concert. So if you started playing Uma yesterday, actually, is the Tachyon banner still here? Yeah, never mind. The Tachyon banner is still here. If you're starting, you should be pulling on this banner, no question. But if you start playing after August 10th, and this is the only banner that's available to you, it's okay. Smart Falcon is an okay power card. You get a decent selection of dirt hints, which are fairly uncommon to get. So like Oi Racecourse is a fairly difficult skill to track down. You also get, what's her gold? Center Stage. Center Stage is okay for like team trials, but the big one is that you get access to groundwork as part of her event chain. So if you don't have like Boxing Oak Guts, Smart Falcon Power is your other way of getting quote-unquote guaranteed groundwork in your runs. It's not technically guaranteed, but if you don't hit the first event chain for one of your support cards, that's exceptionally unlucky. And then the other card is Suzuka, who's notable as being one of a very small pool of cards that's actually pretty good with no uncaps whatsoever. So I think at no uncap, she's still at like 50 specialty priority or something like that. She has a decent selection of mood effects, starting friendship. Obviously, all of those numbers go up as you continue to get uncaps for her, but right out of the box, if it's like, you know, your first 200 pulls on the account, a single copy of Silent Suzuka goes a very long way towards giving you a functional speed card to use in your career runs. The skills are extremely specialized towards frontrunners. There's basically nothing here that frontrunners wouldn't want to use. And then as far as career events go, I believe her gold is Unrestrained. Yeah. So Unrestrained is track dependent, but when it's good, it's pretty good. It's basically like angling and scheming if angling and scheming were a skill and only worked on the final corner instead of any corner in late race, but it's worth bearing in mind that it's a skill that exists, even if it's not necessarily something that you look to use a lot of the time. So, decent banner, but not as long as the Tachyon and Light Hello banners still here and still active. If you have any carrots to spare, this is where they should go for sure. So as far as our CM aces go, let's take a look at how we're doing. First of all, I'll show you the L's that I made yesterday. I actually had time for 2 runs. This is the one that we did yesterday. It was bad. I think we can just say that it was bad. The deck was fine and our training strategy was fine, but the run itself was fairly unlucky. This is what we're producing on better runs. I still wouldn't say that these are good. The runs, I mean. I think the runners are fine, but I still don't actually think we've peaked on the quality of the runs that we're doing. But we have a medium SL with 1400 speed, enough stamina to survive. My target for this CM is 750, a gold, and a white. So here we have 780, a gold, and standard distance, which is functionally a white recovery that doesn't need a wit check. We have access to neck and neck. We never saw Nimble Navigator manifest here, but we have a decent amount of mid-race velocity. Unstoppable, see you later, come what may. Well, come what may is not mid-race. I want to win with you can be mid-race. And then we have pace straights, medium corners, pace corners, tail held high, and slipstream. So this came out well. The bigger problem was she came like 5th in the Derby or something like that. Yeah, she came 4th in the Derby, and I never really had the opportunity to get fans back to level up your unique, so we only ever got to level 2. And then the second one, which I actually think is going to be our CM candidate going forward, even though she doesn't have medium S, is this one. So we're 1420, 746, 1033, 587, 1217. Fully leveled up our unique. We have gold recovery, white recovery, and standard distance. So we're higher than we need to be. We hit double medium straights, pace straights, medium corners, pace corners for mid-race. We have unstoppable, see you later, come what may for gold velocity. We have speed star, which is good late race velocity. And we still managed to hit neck and neck. And what I think pushes it over for me is we got the Spirit, which is a difficult skill to get. The only way you're really getting this is from White Sparks or from buying Dirt Hints in the Performance Point shop. But it's an extra source of acceleration when you're positioned towards the front in late race. Now, it's not reliable. It doesn't trigger immediately when you enter late race, and it's possible for this to hit too late. But it is access to a second acceleration skill that basically only depends on timing. So it's not like Nimble Nav where someone needs to be next to us. It's there most of the time as long as you don't hit on it too late. And having access to that extra acceleration skill, I think, is what gives this L a bit of a better shot than the one that has medium S. I did do a lobby with this L, and she actually won it with the Titanic-sized asterisk that there was not a Christmas Ogre in the lobby. But I know that this L is good enough to win an Ogreless lobby, even if I'd still like to improve a few things further. At this point, basically just getting to medium S or Dirt S ideally. But we still have 2 other runners to work on. And those are our twin end closers, Mayano, Top Gun, and Digital. So we haven't tried to rebuild this Mayano yet, and that's going to be our project for today. The problem that this Mayano has is low stamina. We have 7, well, she's actually not that bad, I guess. We have Breath of Fresh Air, Corner Recovery, Standard Distance, so that's all right. She has no stopping the from the brink as accelerations. I guess the biggest problem is she's actually kind of low on speed. We're only at 1307. I feel like we should be able to do better than that. And I think the way that we're going to aim for doing better than that is probably just hoping we get a higher roll. There's not really anything I can fix in this deck. I want both of these as accelerations. We could maybe give up on the idea of using Symboli Wit and putting our faith in no stopping me. But I really do like consistent backup acceleration that works from 4th or later. I think that really simplifies things for us. It'd also be nice to let's pump some iron. Yeah, I think there's accelerations that I want to revise here, but I guess this Mayano's okay. I think we just want higher stats. We just want a bigger number for this run overall. So, we're going to set that up today, and we're going to see how we do. We'll hop into Grand Concert. We'll set up this Mayano. For Legacies, I don't immediately remember what the state of our dirt parents is, so let me take a look quick. We did manage to get a Ryan that has dirt sparks in here somewhere. She has 3. It's a little late Surge-oriented, but we do have early start. We do have PTO. I wonder if I could get away with using this Ryan. So this is 3 dirt sparks. I would need to find 7 from my inheritances. I don't know that we have that available. That's B, C, B. This is A off of Gold City. Do any of the Dobers get me to A? This Dober gets me to A, but it's not stamina. 2 speed, 3 dirt. 2 speed, 3 dirt. 2 stam, 3 dirt. That's a really good Dober, though. Man, I'm tempted to try and run this. It's gonna make our stamina really sketchy. But it's a really good inheritance for us, I think. How does it stack up on affinity bonus? Was you? It's not that bad. Oh, if I run this Dober, I feel like I need to run a dedicated stamina card rather than a power card. Let me just see what that would look like really quick. So this is our Grand Concert deck that we've been using. Our borrow slot here needs to be Serious Symboli for a backup acceleration. You are not here yet. There you are. And then you need to go, and you would need to become a stamina card. And I think I know who I would want to use. I think I want to use Dodo for this. So, stamina bonus 1. Good. Initial stamina 35, also good. Initial friendship gauge 20, specialty priority 35 is a little low, but hint frequency 40 plus hint frequency in the perk means that she's going to level her friendship up extremely quickly. And we also don't need super high spec priority on our stamina card because we don't want to click stamina that many times. We just want to do it a few times over the course of the run. As far as hints go, there's basically nothing here that's usable. It's too bad that this isn't standard distance and wet conditions, because otherwise that would be great. But what makes Dodo interesting is Killer Tunes. So Killer Tunes is not really an end closer skill. I believe you need to be 5th or better for it to trigger. Let me double check on Uma.guide quick. Killer Tunes. Yeah, you need to be 1st through 5th. But there's something really interesting that can happen here with our positioning if we decide to use Killer Tunes. So if we stick Dodo here, this is 1st through 5th in mid-race to get Killer Tunes to activate. And then if we look at Symboli's From the Brink, and I know you can't see this, I'm just typing it in. From the Brink requires us to be 4th through 9th. So, what that means is that if our Mayano is worse than 6th, she has From the Brink as an acceleration in late race. Not great. But it does mean that she has an acceleration she could hit from 9th. 9th, 8th, 7th, whatever. 6th place, she can hit From the Brink, and she can hit Let's Pump Some Iron, and she can hit Moving Past and Beyond. Moving very quickly right now. into 5th place, she can now hit killer tunes in mid-race, but she can still hit Moving Past and Beyond, and she can hit From the Brink in late race. And if we push all the way up to 4th, we lose access to Moving Past and Beyond, but we can still hit From the Brink and killer tunes. So I think if we buy killer tunes this run, we have decent options for hitting it that also don't crater our ability to accelerate. Now, if Mayano pushes all the way into like 3rd before late race starts, obviously that's a problem because it means the only acceleration left that works is a Nimble Navigator. Or, I guess, technically, No Stopping Me, because she gets the gold version. And that's not great, but I feel like if we're 3rd going into late race, we're already set up, like, pretty well. That suggests to me that we're in a fairly weak lobby. So, this might look like a bit of an odd deck. And maybe it turns out that it is an odd deck, but I think it's going to give Mayano, maybe fittingly, an exceptionally broad range of positions that she can hit skills from and then remain competitive in a CM lobby. Also, carrying a stamina card around us is just going to do... carrying a stamina card around with us is just going to do wonders for our ability to not have to worry that much about stamina. Did I remember to inherit End to A, by the way? I bet I didn't. I just realized we might have to run this one back quick. I think I can find a parent that fits these criteria, though. We could... well, no, if you ran as late, you'd have to get rid of CB. Yeah, we are End B. Alright. This is still workable. I think it just means we have to give up on our Ryan parent. We have a Taiki parent that has End Sparks, and basically the same thing will work. So we're never getting that 15 TP back, but we have workable stuff in here. So who among you pushes me to End A? This digital does. This is actually also still fine. So we're going to lose access to Let's Pump Some Iron. We do gain access to Final Sprint, which isn't a bad inherit. But I think that's still fine. So we're still Dirt A, End A. We're definitely losing more stamina here, so it makes me more convinced that we need to be running Dodo. Just to make up the difference. And now we can try this. There we go. God, there's so much to have to figure out to get Mayano to fit into this very specific bin that we need her to live in for Virgo. But here, we've done it successfully this time. Now we're good. 1-3 on Stam. So, like we were talking about last video, what are our priority facilities? Big priority speed, big priority wit, but it's possible for us to get Rainbow Stamina now. Which means I don't mind having stamina at like level 2 probably is where we'd want to cap out. So we can put a little bit of time into this. We don't mind a few levels for it here and there. We have 1, 1, and 1, but we know that CB hints are extremely high value. Homestretch Ace, medium corners, tail held high, all very good. I don't mind spending one more turn on this, especially because her friendship is low, and the hint will double it. But from here, we really need to prioritize wit. 0, 0, 2. We'll click speed here. We can still train next turn safely. 1, 0, 0, but 3 on power. I have to click that power training. Head-on is not useful for us. We have Light Hello unlocked. I would love for you to show up on a wit training. Or hit slow metabolism. Just to get like any energy back here. It's a decent wit training. It's better than speed. It's better than stamina. I can take it for a turn. Every turn that goes by is an opportunity to get energy back from an event. Like this. So now we can basically click anything we want. Stamina has Light Hello there. Speed has Tachyon there. I want to get Light Hello up and off the ground as soon as possible, so let's do that. There's our first free mood up. And then here's slow metabolism. And then here's a wit training. Yeah, I can justify taking a single friendship wit training with a hint over 2 speed. The Light Hello power training's kind of interesting. Actually, it's really interesting, because I could still train next turn. Yeah, maybe I do take that. We'll try and build our performance points early. I don't love the idea, but I don't hate it. We also know we're going to be incredibly short on power, so from our events, we're going to be chasing anything that gives plus power here. That's the deficiency that we have to make up. And I think we also probably want to try and grab power from the shop when we can. We'll go skill points 5, because we have a ton of VO. First song options are Friendship Training Effectiveness and Friendship Training Effectiveness. We'll just buy the one in front of us to keep it moving. Wit 5, Speed 5. I'd really rather try and get Wit. So what do my trainings look like this turn? No Wit training. Light Hello on power at 7%. I love it, but I really don't want to click Wit here, so I'll go into a bit of an energy debt, and then we'll just rest next turn. I would really like to hit on Hello, and it's unfortunate that we didn't. It's okay, it's okay. It's okay, but at this point I think we just rest. This we probably take the mood effect from, because we're not at great yet, and we also don't really need Murmur or Pace Straits. 1 hint on speed, 2 friends on wit, including the director, and it manages energy. We really need to manage energy at this point. It also gives us enough CO to buy wit from the performance shop. So we can do that. Grab you. Speed 5, skill points 5. I'd much rather have skill points. Support chain, friendship training effectiveness. We aim for the bottom one. 2 on wit, 1 on stam, nobody on speed. If this stamina training gave VI or CO, I might be tempted by it, but let's just work on friendship here. Saves energy, gives us performance points that we want. Energy minus 10, stam plus 20. I don't really want to lose the energy right now, and I don't think I'm going to need the stamina, so we can go with speed. And then we have debut. We'll run this as front. A little worried about power here, in terms of, like, winning career races. But I think we should be alright. Tachyon 2. Switch over to agenda to keep an eye on our fan count. 1, 1. Not really anybody anywhere, but this at least gives us VI, and it works on Tachyon, and it levels speed, which is a core facility for us. This is Etsuko unlocked. Straightaway adept versus stam and skill points. I don't really feel like I need adept, so let's just take skill points. 1 on power, 2 on wit, 2 on stam. I'd rather save the energy. This also gives us all of the CO that we need. We're just looking for VI now. Hayahide 1. 1 on stam, 1 on speed, but it's light hello, and it might push CB to gold. I really like the idea of that. Doesn't quite get there, but one event with CB pushes us to gold. That's Tachyon done. Just light hello. 2, 0, 0. So everybody's on guts. I mean, it's director friendship, it puts CB to gold, it advances 2 of our speed cards, and it gives us the VI that we need. I really don't like how scattershot our training is right now, but this training does a lot for us. Our facilities are not going to be leveled the way that I want them to by the end of junior year, but maybe it's not as important as I think, and maybe we can also just fix it later as we unlock some specialty priority songs. So we can take Guts to keep seeing more options, take Speed to keep seeing more options, take Stam to keep seeing more options, but Energy plus 30 could be valuable. This is just a VO training. I don't want to let that energy song sit in the shop for too long. That's Tachyon to gold. versus a lot of just friendship growth. I do want to get rainbows online early. And it levels your speed facility. I would love to unlock Light Hillow's Recreation this turn. Come on. Not quite. The wit training's acceptable. We can spin our wheels on that a little bit. It works on Symboli's friendship. It's a slow metabolism again. I'll absolutely risk it. 2 friends on speed. Nobody anywhere else, and this could potentially be Slipstream. I think that's fine. Murmur's not exactly what we're looking for there. No, 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 no. Maybe, but aren't there G2s today? Is there like a G2 medium today? No, G2 turf, G2 sprint. I guess we take the guts then, but I'm really not seeing the PA that I need. So I think it's time we stop just keeping that plus energy in the shop. And we do something else with some of our currency. Stam 20 versus speed 20. I don't feel like I'm going to need the speed. So I'll take the stam. Charming's fine, but I think it might be a little late. Single rainbow speed, single rainbow wit that preserves energy and gives us PA, but we're past the point of trying to get to 30 here. It's too far away. We need to move to our next song and ideally buy our next song because we want it to be this. We want specialty priority. The earlier we can get specialty priority, the better. So let's take a wit training, and then I'd really like to see a PA training. I guess it needs to be specifically a PACO training here. We'll take 10 energy out of that. And then I want to run the Hopeful Stakes late December. No. No, because it doesn't even give me the amount of PA that I want. This at least takes care of my CO, and it advances Dodo's friendship, so we could target a big PA training next turn, and then we could run one of the G2s in Classic Year to finish fans. Let's see if I can make that happen. I'd rather have Specialty Priority +5 before Classic Year starts. I think that's like the most important thing that I could get. Let's also take energy instead of medium corners. I'll probably find it off with like a tachyon hint. We have no PA available. The only way we could possibly get PA is taking this Light Hello training and having Light Hello show up. So we're 45% to get the PA that we need. I think that might be more valuable than a tachyon hint. Hey, would you flip a coin to buy this song, given that your backup is just getting friendship training effectiveness +5? I think I would, actually. I would flip that coin now that I think about it. Oh, baby. Okay, so we get the specialty priority. We don't have Light Hillow's Recreation unlocked, which kinda sucks. It's not disastrously bad. It just means we lose out on like an extra 20 energy in Classic Year. And then we don't buy anything else. So that should be 4 songs? Yeah, that's okay. We have had incredibly scattered trainings, but I think we're mostly okay. Like, we have most of our friendships maxed, except for Symboli and maybe one other. So we should have a decent selection of rainbow trainings here into Classic Year. But we do need to target some G2s to finish our fan count. So we absolutely take energy here. And then I think we're targeting, like, here? And I think we're targeting here as our 2 opportunities to build fans. So let's just keep those bookmarked in our mind. This training should be good enough to get Sweep Tosho to gold, given that we have Charming. I don't necessarily know if I need VO. I guess I could find out. I'd rather have Wit over Speed, because I'm reasonably sure I can cap Speed. Guts 8 to keep it moving. Spec Prio 5, Spec Prio 5, and Skill Point gain. We want PA. Do you give PA? You give PA, but I wouldn't take you. You give VO. I'm fine with this, and then just hoping we see PA off of a rainbow training. Here's our light hello recreation. You are 2 turns too late this time. But we have at least seen you. This is VICO, but it comes with a massive energy discount. This is just VI, but it puts Symboli to gold. 18 versus 13. I think this speed... Well, yeah, I think this speed training is better, as much as I want to get Symboli to gold. It gives us performance points. Also, we might just see a Symboli event that puts her to gold anyway. Speed's gonna cap, so I can take Guts. Another rainbow. Actually, it would have been nice if we had gotten Symboli to gold, because this wit training would give us a bit of energy back. But this gives us the PA that we need. So I'm okay with that. Energy in the shop would be kind of nice at this point, especially if I could spend DA on it, because we have a ton of it right now. Power 20, absolutely. Let's go ahead and get our skill point gain online. That's fairly early. We can go power plus 8. That's the stat we're going to be most efficient in this run. A skill hint for dirt is very cheap at this point. Solid steps is good. Friendship training effectiveness, and these two are support chain event frequency, so we just take you by default. Skill hints for end closers, but it's overpriced. I'll take speed power so that we can see more options. And we're spent. I'm looking for VI specifically, I think. Too bad we can't take this training, because it would put Symboli to gold. Our energy management has not been great here either. I think we just recreate here to get a big chunk of energy back. And then if our training next turn is bad, we can knock out this fan threshold. Our training this turn is not bad. We will be taking the speed training. Alright, so all of our hopes and dreams now lie with the Aoba show. Speed to 3, Symboli 1. We definitely want to continue this event chain. Single rainbow that also has light hello there is looking really appealing right now. What a guts training! But this wit training is better just from the performance points we get from it. 15 versus 19, and this refunds us energy, and light hello is here. That does everything we want. There's our 20 VI that's going to let us buy our next song. There's our gold inspiration. We're looking for dirt and or medium. There's dirt S. It's a lot of other relevant white sparks too. Early start is good, PTO is good, fall runner's good. I'd rather have medium S, but dirt S is not bad. Skill hint medium is the cheapest thing here. Take the chances good. We're going to be buying that no matter what. And then spec prio plus 5 for another 24 VI. And you give VI. But you're a much better training just from a stats perspective. And then you just save energy. So that's 12-12. This is 22-22. You're only 13-13. There's no way we take the speed training. So cross that off. I think your stamina training is the best option here. It's a level 1 facility. You have a chance to get tachyon hints, which are medium straights, medium corners, tether. Up tempo is the 4 that you want there. It doesn't give you the VI, but it also takes your mind off of stamina, so you don't have to worry so much about it later on in the run. Firm conditions not useful for us. Mood down is fine. This is why light hello exists. Single rainbow, I don't have to take either of these. This wit training is fine. The speed training is worse, but we really need to get this goal out of the way. So let's go ahead and just run the Aoba show. We'll do this as a front runner. The less chance we have of getting blocked, the better. I'm deeply concerned about 300 power, but we're fine. And then that should be enough fans with the fan bonus in the deck to, yeah, goal achieved. So we're set. And we win the energy game. Huge. Very good. Single rainbow wit to save energy that also gives us VI. Seems really good right now. Also works on director friendship. Tail held high is nice. This is CB1. Single rainbow that works on VI and the directors here. I'm totally fine just clicking these wit trainings forever. Tachyon's there for skill point bonus too, so we're raking the skill points in. Let's go speed gain +2 and specialty priority. Skill hint for pace, stam, wit, guts. Do I need to dig to my next song still? I don't. I could actually just stop here. And I might. Good speed training, just from a stats perspective. We can probably justify taking this and then recreating late June. Although if we see a good rainbow training, we're going to be upset. I think having take the chance is fine. It's not as good, but it's okay. It's a fail-safe acceleration. We'll take our recreation here to fix mood and rebuild energy before summer. The trainings were okay, but I don't think they were better than full energy and great mood heading into summer break. And then we'll go finish our concert up. Good. Now we're looking for big rainbows in summer. All of our support cards are to gold, so we don't have to worry about any friendships. We don't immediately see a rainbow, which is sad, but there's 3 more turns. We'll go stamp wit. Skill hint for medium is pretty cheap at this point. We have a ton of VI, VO. Spec priority. Wish you were around before, but we'll still take you. Speed wit versus skill points for VI. I'd rather get skill points for VI if I could. God, these are horrible. We probably take power just to work on light hello. We get stamina bonus out of Dodo being here. We get decent CO because it's a 5-stack. If we did want to build power, that's kind of the training we would want to take, but I'd still rather see rainbows. There we go. Yeah, that's fine. Wet conditions is good. That's relevant. Good speed training. Tachyon giving some hints for medium straights or corners would go a long ways. Not quite. Power 10, please. That's also just a good speed training. And then how are we looking on songs? That was an okay summer break. Wasn't great. We whiffed on rainbows early July, but that training wasn't horrible. Double rainbow speed. I would like to find energy, please. Let's go skill points 8. Yes, absolutely. Don't even look at any other options. Support chain, specialty priority. We will buy the specialty priority song. Medium skill hint. DA. I'd rather go medium skill hint, but I need to find some VI. So let's see if I can put that together. After school stroll, not particularly useful. Energy at this point would be very useful. One recovery will also take. Single rainbow, single rainbow. Not really anything else going on, but this does give us VI, which lets us keep the shot moving, and it works on director friendship, and we could probably take a training next turn if we don't mind a little bit of risk. So let's do that. Or if we just hit a small energy recovery event. Not quite. We can go skill hint for medium. I need to spend CO right now. It's a long hint, so you don't really want to do that. This is Stam skill points, and you do have a lot of PAVO, so I think I can go here. Skill points are good. Support chain event frequency, but it's skill point gain 3. We want you. That's the last song we need, but I think I could probably aim for one more. I'd like to get a little friendship bonus online at this point. This is Wit 8, but it spends CO, so I want to do that. And then I need VI for all 3 of these, which this Wit training happens to provide. So let's manage energy. This lets us take a training safely next turn. We're at 378 Stam for the Kikuku show. I'm probably going to buy Corner Recovery this run. I think our recoveries are going to be Breath of Fresh Air and then Corner Wreck. So we'll just buy this now to make sure we make it through the Kikuku show. And then we'll also go ahead and run this as a late Surger, as the style with the least stamina drain, to get winning a race as a late Surger out of the way. Or not. That's fine, we can find other options. There are other G1s. We can run the Arimas as late. Wit 20 versus Stam 20. Continue building Stam. I need more fans for the Arima Keenan. Can I run? Oh my god. Was not planning on this. We don't have... God, it's such a good power training. Oh, it's such a good power training. It's actually disastrous that we lost the Kikuku show. What else is in the shop? Energy? No, but a cheap hint for end closers. Ink Savvy's fine. Energy, but how are you going to get the VI to buy it? Go Wit 8, because you have a lot of CO. Specialty priority song. Buy it, and then I think we're done. Now, what are you going to do about this, because you don't have the fans for the Japan Cup? Yeah, you need 25, and you've only got 20. So you'd really like to do the QE2 Cup today. But in the event that you can't, there are no other alternatives for you late November. And then there's the Stayer Stakes early December, which you may actually just not have the stamp for. I think we could target a G3 early December. But I also don't think that this training, even though it is 32 stats, is better than a race. So I think what I'm supposed to do is QE2 Cup now, Wit training late November, and then Recreation early December. There's our late Surger victory. We're doing okay on energy. I really need a Wit training here, though. Here's Daring Strike. The Wit training has manifested in a big way. We want to take this training no matter what. Maybe I don't need to recreate early December now, because we could take any training we want. It's this Wit training, for sure. Book that in, and then figure out what you do early December next term. Energy 10. We can absolutely train next turn. This was the right decision. This was absolutely the right decision, was just racing early November and getting it over with. I think our stamina's fine at this point, so I'd like to just prioritize speed. It's not a super efficient speed training, but it is 44 performance points. And then we're going to get energy back in senior year anyway. So let's continue leveling our speed facility. Also, Tachyon has skill points. Every time we click Tachyon, we're getting skill points. I don't need energy, I'm about to get it back, so we'll just take Passion 20. And then the Arima we'll do as pace, because I've probably got no stamina to finish it as pace. And then we'll just save front and end for later. There we go. straight to concert. We don't need to fish for another song. We're at great hype already. Plus 10 to all of our stats, or our attributes. And stats, but, you know, also to our performance points. And then New Year's. Plus 30. So energy's good to train next turn. I don't mind clicking wit here, because if we just get a carrot, we'll basically be at full. And that's absolutely a wit click. So we go here. Raffle. Carrot's fine, we got exactly enough energy. I think I can go power skill points is the best option here. Skill hint for front is not useful, just give me 12 skill points raw. Wit gain plus 2 when everything is support chain event frequency is probably the best we can do. Because we are going to click wit more than any of the rest of that stuff. Speed power versus PA for skill points. I'd rather target the PA for skill points. Let's see if I can make that happen within the next training or two. This is Tachyon hint, which is good for trying to fish for medium straights or corners. There's medium corners. Am I waiting on any golds to finish? Yes, you're waiting on killer tunes. But you got these two out of the way already. Single rainbow, but this has light hello, so we're getting a big energy discount on it, and it's also massive performance points. And then double check that you have enough fans to hit your unique level up after late March. I think you will, because you put a whole extra G1 into your schedule. Oh yeah, we're fine. Okay. Probably that speed training, if I had to guess. We're gonna have so much speed. Let's go skill points 12. I really need to buy more power out of the shop, though. I don't think we're gonna get power over, like, 1200. I don't think we might not get it over 800, but if I could get my power to around 800, I'd feel pretty good. Friendship training effectiveness. We're building for summer break now, and the big thing that we want to find at this point is both of the 10% friendship bonus songs. So that's what we're digging for here. This spends DA, so let's do that. We have a lot of it right now. Friendship training plus 5. I don't think we're going to see it, but this could still be okay. I would like to see wit training here. Actually, kind of an interesting stamina training. A chance for slipstream. And it's 30 stam. And it gives us the PA that we need. To be fair, this speed training does as well, but... You willing to gamble on a 14%? At this point, I think I am. Yeah, because if we fail this training, I can just recreate early April to fix mood. Cool. That is fine. No slipstream. This is killer tunes. Oh my god, she takes 20 energy to finish that? Holy crap. We're absolutely recreating next turn. Let's go friendship training effectiveness, and I should have time to dig for one more song to find at least one of those 10%. This is a dirt hint for DA, absolutely. End closer hint for VO, sure. Or 12, yes. I wish you cost DA, but I understand. Got 6 skill point 6, spend the DA. And then here, actually here's both of your friendship songs. You have 109 DA, so you target the one with lower VO. That's the plan. Daishoten is not a G2, so it doesn't matter what style we run here, we'll just run front for consistency. Good. And then this is the recreation by necessity. I wish it was her third chain. But I understand that we've only recreated once so far. And okay, so we didn't get medium, but we got all of the others. Huh. It's still interesting. I would trade both of them for medium S, but it's still Oh my god, it's her third chain. That's so good. This is all of our energy. Yes, refill my entire energy bar. Oh, it feels amazing. It's so good. So we're only at 500 stam here. I think we need to buy Breath of Fresh Air now. Just so that we can survive. We'll run this as end. Because if we get blocked, we have the most amount of time to fix it. And then we just need to win a G1 as pace. As front. Because we've done QE2 Cup is late. Arima is pace. And now Springtano is end. So we'll try and win the Takarazuka Kinan as front, and then that's our special event done. Single rainbow with absolutely nothing else going on. But it does give us the VI that we need, so we'll take it. I don't like it, but it's good enough. I'd really love to just go back-to-back Wit late May, early June. This gives us one of our 10% friendship training songs. We do not have the currency to dig for the other one, though. So we're just going to leave that. It's a good Guts training, but we're probably going to wreck early June. Or we could wreck now, because Guts isn't great. Let's wreck now, get our energy back to full, and then we can do anything we want early June. I don't think I'm in the business of clicking on trainings that aren't rainbows at this point in our career. Sure, but so much better. Even if it wastes energy. And we get the extra 20 performance points from it. Let's go front. Good. Don't need any lessons. And then I want to see 4 big rainbow trainings in summer break. Ideally speed. 4 double rainbow speeds. Who says no? I see 1. What are our less? Oh, 20 energy in the shop and we can afford it? Just leave that for now. That's fine. We don't mind building our wit here. Yes, absolutely. We're mostly doing this for power at this point. It's pretty good. 17-17 versus... This is 30-30. Also, we're only at 520 stam. I'd rather push stamina higher, especially because Lytalo's here. It's just an efficient training stamina or energy-wise. We get a lot of PP for not very much energy. And then I'm also probably fine with this. Okay. I'm also kind of fine with this. I don't need my wit to be much higher than I think like 1,000 at the end of this run, and I think we'll probably get pretty close to it. So if we're already pushing 1,000, the only really 2 things I want to invest into right now are my speed and my stamina. It would be nice to invest into power, but my best way of doing that is through speed trainings right now. So let's go stam. If nothing else, this Mayano is not going to get stammed out. I don't care how many mystifying murmurs you bring. I will make sure that she finishes. Beautiful wit training. Should probably go and see if you can dig to a song or 2 at this point. Beautiful. I don't think I'm going to need the energy, so let's go wit. Cheap hint for mediums. Friendship training effectiveness. Wit. skill points for 24 versus end hints for 25. What would we be looking for as an end closer hint at this point, though? We'd be looking to make early start cheaper. And that's pretty much it. I don't care about any of the end close recovery skills. I don't care about Masteral Gambit. I don't care about Straightaway Spurt. I don't care about End Savvy. We have it already. I think even though we are going to be an end closer, we just take the stats out of that. And then none of these matter, so we might as well take speed, because we get speed from speed training and from wit training, which is basically all we're clicking for the rest of the run. Stam 12 is fine. Let's keep pushing that higher. Cheap skill hint for medium is fine. Here's our second friendship training effectiveness song, so we will get both of those, although I need VI to buy it, and we have that. Slipstream would be so good right now. It's just stats. Go ahead and buy you. And then are we at 18? Yes. I could probably still buy one more, honestly. We'll go 12 skill points. Might as well buy more if we can. Cheap skill hint for medium. Don't really want a cheap skill hint for end. I just don't think there's any end closer skills I'm looking for. So I'll take power. I'll take skill points. Friendship training effectiveness for a little bit more VI. I should be able to find that. Run as front for consistency. Basically, the only thing we missed this run was, oh my god, giant energy in the shop. Actually, no, oh, you'd have to take over his training to dig to it. I didn't realize my energy was this low. How many more recreations do I have? Just the one? I think I can justify gambling on a 20% here and then recreating. I'd really like this to succeed, though. That's really unfortunate, but we've kind of invited it upon ourselves. I should have just bought that energy when I saw it. That's a bit of an unforced error. Well, what's your training, though? Because if it's like double rainbow wit, it's single rainbow wit. You can get away with a recreation here. And then we need to find a training that gives us VI in early December. But everything else about this is fine. A wit training that gives VI would be great. A speed training that takes VI, I'll also take it. Okay. Sure. Go grab our last 5% friendship training effectiveness. I think that's all of the friendship training effectiveness songs, so we've done okay for ourselves. And then it really doesn't matter if we get any more songs from here, so let's just spend to see what we find. This is just so much cheaper than 12 stamina. Skill hint for dirt is good. Solid steps is not going to be usable with the power that we have. And then we're tapped out. We'll get to 800 power. We might get to 1,000 wit. We're going to get to maybe 800 stamina. We'll see. Add-on final push, let's search straightaway spurt. Concert. Off you go. Plus 15 to everything. Gold version of a skill that we may or may not use. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good. I need to find some energy in the shop, though. So we're just taking this to clear it out. Absolutely. Don't make the same mistake again. And then I'll come back to you. Feels really weird to have an end closer with this little power. But I don't hate the stat line. And I really like what's going on with the skills. I need to find more energy, because I'm taking the speed training again. Or you just take a wit training next turn, I guess. So let's blow through these. I guess we'll go speed power, because speed is capped. We're only getting 3 out of that. Skill hints for front, and then I need VO or CO. We're crossing our fingers for a wit training next turn, it looks like. Show me wit. It's not wit, but that's a good training to roll a 1 and 3 on. Okay. Yep, sure. Alright, so we failed 1 training, and we had to take 1 unnecessary turn where we did a G1 that we didn't really need to do. But besides that, it hasn't been that bad. Cheap skill hint for dirt that spends currency we have. 2 skill hints for an end closer, and I'll buy it to get rid of it. Okay, early start's about as good as we could hope for, and then we're done. We're going to be wasting a little bit of performance points here, but... in spirit, I don't hate this, I think. Stamina is somehow lower than it is when we inherit stamina. So I'm not, like, really sure what to make of that, except that I think we have to inherit stamina all the time. But with a white and a gold, it should still be good enough. I might buy a second recovery. So how are we looking? 1469, 724, 888, 743, 907. And we have 2,600 skill points to spend. So we buy Moving Past and Beyond. Wet Conditions, Fall Runner. Ramp Up seems fine. No Stopping Me is good. Killer Tunes is good. Double medium straights, double medium corners, because I think this is our ace candidate right now. Level head is just a little too expensive for me. I want to try and find something better. Tail held high. See you later. Come what may. Daring strike. Take the chance. We're so close to being able to buy I Want to Win With You. How much do you care about wet conditions? Is there anything in here that you don't care about that much? I don't actually care that much about ramp up, honestly. Let's go here, and then I've got 127 to spend. Can I find the world's cheapest recovery? I really feel like I need level-headed. I think I might have to give up on, like, double medium corners. So we're at 724, a gold, and 2 whites. I think that's fine. Trying to find a way to pick up final sprint rolls will be pretty good. I'd have to give up on something that costs 110. So I'd have to give up on more than just medium corners. Sorry, more than just medium straights. Oh, we're really close, though. We're like 30 off. But I think the rest of the stuff is too... well... maybe End Savvy isn't that good. Because there's no downhill, so we don't need to worry about preserving stamina. Call me crazy, but I don't actually hate... You're at 66? I think I do hate it, the more I look at it. Well... yeah, because you already dropped these. Yeah, you're like 5 off from where you want to be. Getting 1 more hit for final sprint would have been really good, but I think I guess I would rather have a little bit more mid-race velocity. And then I'd rather have a lot more mid-race velocity. And I think I'm willing to call that fine. I don't know about this one. I think it's fine, but it doesn't really look like anything else I've ever built. Interesting sparks. Not gonna reroll it. Interesting. I want to throw it into a lobby. So let's go get that set up. We'll let that be our North Star of whether this is any good or not. Does she win lobbies or not? So I will go and set one of those up as soon as we get back to the home screen. And then we'll go do our dailies, and we'll see how it does. Alright, 2 lobbies have been set up. Let's go knock our dailies out. We'll see how those are looking. Where is Suzuko? There you are. Go ahead and just throw our L at this. She should be fine. One of them anyway. There's L's all over the place at this point. Okay. We'll get our money out of the way. Good. No, not yet. And then we'll go do team trials. So, we're right on the edge of being safe this week. I think we'll be okay, but it's possible that the retention line climbs a little bit higher and we wind up in the danger zone. So, I'd really like to see something closer to like 930. I think 930 should be very safe. And this run is not going to do it with 2 6th place runners, 3 6th place runners. No way it's happening here. Here's our last daily shop. Go again. Still not going to happen with a 6th place runner and a 7th place Taiki. Yikers. Absolutely not. This might do it. 1 2 3, 1 2 4, 1 2 3, 2 3 5, 1 3 5. It's not bad. It's not perfect, but it's not bad. There we go. I think that'll be safe. We should be in good shape now. We survived Class 6 for another week. And starting next week, we'll be able to start some Team Trials rebuilds, which I think is really going to push us out of reach. I have a much better grasp of how to play Grand Concert. This might also be pretty good, too. I have a much better grasp of how to play Grand Concert now, so I think we should have no problem improving on the Team Trial runners that we built when the scenario was new. This is my last one, but I think we're okay on retention line, so I don't need to parfait it. This might also be pretty good. And Mayano in 7th is probably going to cost us. Yeah, it's only 846, but that's okay. We're safe. We're like 99% safe this week. So, at least there's that. Go ahead and check in on our club, do our daily shop, and then do our bingo spins, and then we'll see how the CM Lobbies are looking. Daily shop here. Summer Special Week is a new. Saiyan Sky is a new, and Tannhauser's not at 3 stars yet, so those are nice ones. These don't matter as much, but that's still 3 nice star pieces. Medium Sprint, Mile Medium Sprint, don't need that. New Dirt Race, and we do the Japan Cup and Hopeful Stakes constantly, so I don't think I need either of those. Also, as far as voucher exchange is concerned, I think the next support card banner that I roll on is actually going to be the CB and Super Creek rerun. We only need 1 more copy of CB, so it's possible that we're going to pull too many of those, but having a few extra copies of Creek would be really, really nice. So I think that's probably the next banner that I'm aiming for, and because CB and Creek are both on that voucher, I'm going to save that voucher for when we do the polls on that banner in case I need to go just that little bit further in order to actually get them to full on caps. So expect to see that voucher notification there for a while, because it's probably not going anywhere anytime soon. We've got daily logins. Oh, August giveaway. We get an extra 1350 carats for no reason. Yeah, man. Sure, I'll take that. That's just more carrots that I'm going to put into a trainee banner. And then we have dailies done. So, let's see how the CM lobbies are looking. I'm pretty sure I set both of these to public. Yeah, we're good. Let's spin them up. Let's see what this Mayano does, and also let's see if this L can manage to win any more lobbies. This is UG5 Ogre with 2 debuffers. And then Venue Copter, who appears to be playing the game for fun and not using meta runners. Holy, I gotta see those. This is like, is it Oshi pick territory? Oh, they're doing B&W. Oh, that's fun. That's neat. I like that. And they're also like built well. Pumps my iron, moving past and beyond, right wet conditions. I like that concept. Let's see how well that does. I want to beat the Christmas Ogre, but I wouldn't be upset to lose to somebody who's playing, like, themed CM teams. So we're not going to be able to execute on our lucky pace L strategy here. Well, no, we can't. There isn't a frontrunner in this lobby, but we aren't going to be the frontrunner. We could still find some sources of mid-race velocity to push into first, though. So there's not like a 0% chance that we fail to deploy angling and scheming here. We'll see. I do like the way L is moving right now. I'd like to see Mayano push up a little further, though. I don't think she's hit Daring Strike yet, so she should have more velocity in there somewhere. And then I think, obviously, Digital looks fine sitting in 6th place. She needs to defend it from that ticket, though. There's Daring Strike from Mayano. That's going to get her closer to this clump of late surgers and end closers. It's actually going to get her into 7th, which isn't quite enough, but she has nimble nav targets here. Digital hit both. She hasn't been held up by that nice nature either. L is kind of hanging in this, but I think disqualifying herself from hitting her unique is going to be the difference maker there, unfortunately. That Ogre Cap is going to lose, too. That's a really neat Taishin. I can't be mad about losing to Oshis. So is this a stam issue? It didn't look like Digital had a stam issue. She was accelerating. But I have to imagine... God, I forgot how bad this Digital is. Never mind, I think it's a stam issue. Oh, I need to rebuild that thing. Mayano in 7th. This is just she missed her excels. We didn't hit moving past and beyond, and I don't think she had no stopping me either. So if she doesn't hit those, she's not going to go anywhere, especially because we don't have the gold version of From the Brink. But winning with an SS Taishin is cool. Let's pump some iron, moving past and beyond, and From the Brink. I mean, if you hit your excels, you hit your excels. And there's no stamina problems here with 849 and Maestro. I wonder if we should just go overboard on stam. Like, just borrow Creek and use Stamina Sparks. That might be our desperation plan for the next couple days. We'll see. SS Digital... This is like triple end. And then UG Ogre and 2 debuffers. I want to know what's going on with that Autumn Gold City and that Inari one, though. Let's triple late. Kobe. It's triple late. It's not a horrible idea. You're just gambling on your left now that on your left is better. Also, frontless lobby? So there's L opportunities here. I really wish that she was faster out of the gate somehow, though. We need to get, like, groundwork on her or something like that, I think. If we were going to aim for rebuilding her further. She might still manage to catch and pass that Ogre, we'll see. She's got some mid-race velocity. Unstoppable's a good start. Slipstream Tail held high is a good start. And then we're in 5th, 6th. I think that looks great for us. 4th, 6th is a little too far out. But Mayano looks great here for hitting Nimble Nav. This looks really good for our end closers. We're gonna get everything. Moving past and beyond. Moving past and beyond. Pump. L hit neck and neck, but I think she's too far out of range at this point. Mayano's moving right now. I'm not sure if she's moving fast enough, but she's really moving. And Digital is passing to get her Unipo, so she does have enough stam. She probably lined her recoveries up. Holy crap, Digital's really fast? Okay. Actually, I think we win this. That is... Yeah, I think Mayano just barely won that. I think Digital stammed out right at the end, because she was moving very quickly and then slowed down. But this is a really, really good sign that we're onto something. Let me take a look at this Christmas Ogre and see if it's real or not. And it's only UG, so it's not going to be super strong, but like, was it built well? Stam to spare, yeah. Gormand, yeah. 777s, yeah. And then Uma2 is your backup, so that's correct. Neck and neck is correct as a backup Excel. There's just like a lot of skills missing. Looks like a fairly normal deck, too. I'm not sure why... Oh, you know what? Their wit is super low. They may have missed a unique. But either way, winning any lobby, I think, is a really good sign. Because lobbies naturally are going to be way more competitive than the actual CM lobbies are. Especially in Virgo, where I think a lot of people are just going to be signing up for participation rewards. So, I think I'm comfortable calling that Mayano good enough. I don't think we need to rebuild Mayano from this point, but I would be interested in applying that same approach to Digital, which is who we're going to rebuild tomorrow. And then on L's front, I think that L build is fundamentally fine. I just need to get a better version of it. So, I'm going to run one more of the L's. It's going to be the same deck that you saw yesterday. I'm interested in trying to extract a better runner out of that, because I don't know if we're going to have time to rerun L, and then tomorrow we'll do Digital. And if Digital goes well, then we might actually be done with Virgo prep. So, if you want to see how that's going to go, do make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Those are the best ways for you to stay in touch on what's going on in the Uma series and what we're working on. And if you had any questions, comments, etc. about today's video, drop down into the comments and let me know. I would love to hear from you. If you're looking for a fine motion borrow, or you want to start doing some parent looping of your own, this is the account borrow information for you. It's always appreciated when you borrow from the channel, but never a requirement if you've got other club members or other friends that you want to funnel resources to. And until then, I'll see you next time. Take care. Have a good rest of your day.